Greetings and hello everyone. Today we're going to be solving multi-step equations for day 4. So let's go ahead and start off with our first example. So example 1, I want to solve 2 times the quantity 4x minus 15 equals the opposite of 6x minus 12. So we're going to continue to use our acronym of friends don't come into algebra med. So I'm going to take a look at this and see, does this problem have fractions? It does not, so I can go ahead and I can cross that out. The next thing that I'm going to look at is there a distributive property in this? And there is. So I'm going to distribute that 2 to both the 4x and to the negative 15. Now it looks like there's nothing here, but there's actually a negative 1 right here. And so I'm going to multiply negative 1 times 6 and negative 1 times negative 12. So 2 times 4 would give me 8x. 2 times negative 15 would give me negative 30 equals. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6x. Negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12. So I've done the distribution. Now I want to collect my like terms, but I notice on the left and on the right, I do not have any like terms. So I can go ahead and cross that out. Next step, isolate the variable. And when I look at this, I have the variable on the left and on the right. So I want to get rid of the smaller variable, and that's going to be the negative 6. So add 6x to both sides. I'm not doing anything with these two terms, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop them down. So that gives me 8 plus 6 more is 14x minus 30 equals, over here I have a 0. Negative 6 and positive 6 results in 0. And then we just have 12. Add 30 to both sides. I'm not doing anything with the 14x, so I can just drop that down. So that gives me 14x, negative 30 and positive 30 would give you 0 equals 12 plus 30 is 42. So I did the isolation, I did the addition and subtraction. My last step is to undo multiplication or division. So it's multiplying the 14, so I'm going to divide both sides by the number that's multiplying. I'm going to divide by 14. Divide by 14. So I get x equals 42 divided by 14 is 3. Let's take a look at our second example. So example 2. Solve. Negative 6 times the quantity x plus 7 equals negative 8 times the quantity x minus 5. And again, we're going to use our acronym over here. Fractions, distribution, collect like terms, isolate the variable, add, subtract, and multiply, divide. So if I look at this, I have no fractions in this. So I can go ahead and cross off the F. Now I'm going to do the distribution. So I'm going to distribute that negative 6 to both the x term and to the 7 term. I'm also going to distribute the negative 8 to the x term and to the negative 5 term. So negative 6 times 1x is negative 6x. Negative 6 times positive 7 is negative 42. Negative 8 times 1x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times negative 5 is positive 40. So I've done the distribution. And when I look at this, on the left, I have no like terms. On the right, I have no like terms. So I have no like terms to collect. But my variable is not isolated on one side. I have it on both sides. So I'm going to get rid of my smaller one. And when you have two negative numbers, the number further away from 0 is actually going to be smaller. So I'm going to add 8x to both sides. I'm not doing anything with the negative 42, so I'm going to drop it. I'm not doing anything with the 40, so I'm going to drop it. 8 minus 6 is 2x minus 42. Negative 8 and positive 8 is 0. This equals 40. So I've isolated my variable. Now I want to add and subtract to get my x by itself. So it's subtracting by 42. I'm going to add 42 to both sides. So that gives me a 0 here. So bring down that 2x term because I'm not doing anything with the variable term this time. So that gives me 2x. 40 plus 42 more gives me 82. So I've done the addition. Now I want to undo multiplication and division. So it's multiplying by 2. I'm going to divide by 2. When I do that, 2 divided by 2 is x. 82 divided by 2 is 41. And that's how you solve out these problems. Go ahead and review through these two examples and have a great day.